I was just curious what you saw in that 2-point conversion, both your thought process before the snap and what you saw in the play.
I mean, I saw from the start it was Mark Andrews just alone by himself, and I knew for the whole game, I mean, like he's been the guy. So I was like, all right, I know for a fact they can try to get the ball in his hand for sure. And then that's when like I pointed at Sav, was like, yo, I'm playing this outside. Like I can't let him run me off, body me and all that stuff. And then on the process of that, when that was going on, I saw the quarterback start rolling out and all that stuff. So I knew for a fact the ball was coming. The only thing I had to do was just try to play through him. Like I was just trying to play through him, just make sure that the ball don't get to him.
Wes, Packers.com.
Hey, Eric, you got me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Hey, looking at that play too, what was your perspective of Savage? You know, it looked like I think he runs a 4.36. It seemed like he used every second of that coming over on that as well.
Yeah, and I was in Sav with him. Like we already had communicated before that. Like I was just, hey, just protect me inside. Like I'm gonna play hard outside. Just protect me inside, kind of stuff. And then as soon as the quarterback started rolling, I could see on film Sav taking off and he's running. Like he's like, nah, man. Like I'm gonna make sure that he's not gonna get his ball. So I appreciate Sav for that.
Dave Schroeder.
Hey, Eric. When you look at preparing for Cleveland with so many COVID issues they've had and all that, how do you address preparing for a team like that?
I mean, you still gotta like look at all of the key parts that they do have to where like just look back on the film that they did have everybody and all that stuff to where like when they still had pretty much a Chargers game to where like they still had everybody. You just gotta look at those type of games and see how everybody being used and see like different type of roles they got and all that stuff. And you just gotta try to break apart and pretty much from there.
Ryan Wood.
Hey, Eric, were you able to notice how much Darnell was able to deflect that ball? It looked like he might have just gotten one finger on that pass on the 2-pointer. Could you, in real time, did it make a big difference? Could you tell how much he deflected that?
Nah, to be honest, like I was playing for the pylon, so I didn't even know he tipped it at all until I see the replay and all that stuff, like after the game, and I saw that he tipped and all that stuff. But now in real time, I really couldn't tell that he hit the ball or not. All that stuff. I was just more so worrying about I'm gonna play through his hands or make sure like I'm gonna get to the pylon and all that stuff and stop it from there and all that stuff, because that's what the quarterback most like to throw it when they roll out and they're in the red zone. They like to throw it at that pylon. So I was just trying to play for that.
Wes, Packers.com.
Eric, I don't know how much you knew about Rasul, 2 months ago before he got here, but why do you think he's been such a good fit, for this defense and for your room, and been able to do what he's done over the last 2 months?
Because he's a worker, like hands down, like you guys, anybody in the building, like Sewell, he gonna be here. He be the first one here, last one, and last one to leave. Like, man, that's him. To like, if it ain't getting like in the sauna, getting in the cold tub, hot tub, getting some type of thing, or if he ain't watching film in the DB room or something, like that's like, man, but they're just Sewell to where like for a fact that you're gonna get the best out of him, you're gonna get the most out of him, and he's gonna push everybody to be great. So like he just fit in perfectly with his team. So like he just want to see everybody shine. Like it don't matter, even if it ain't him. Like even if it ain't him getting all the credit, if it ain't even him like doing the shine, and like he just want everybody else around, everybody else to be great, and that's why he fit in perfectly over here.
Ryan Wood, if you have another, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't know my hand was up. Thanks. Appreciate it, Eric.
Wes, do you have another?
Yeah, Eric, with you as well. No, I think you're right around 800 snaps on the season. Just how have you felt, coming from the college season to transitioning into this year, and just where do you feel you're at now going in this final stretch of the year?
Just continuing to learn, like just continue to take everything away from each and every game. So like that's something new, that's something different. So like they will try to throw at me and all that stuff, and you just gotta adjust to it. You adjust to it on the fly. And just coming from college and all that stuff, college to here, like my first, like pretty much right now, like I'm already like playing like more games than I did in college, like throughout one season. So it's just a lot of growth, a lot of experience. It's just a lot of times where like you just gotta continue to grow and continue to like find something to make you better and find something like to keep motivating you and all that stuff. So like just find that motive, finding all that stuff. It's just the beauty of it.
Dave Schroeder.
Hey, Eric, as far as playing on Christmas goes, what do you think of that? And in terms of favorite Christmas memories, do you have one you'd like to share with people?
Honestly, I don't really got no favorite Christmas thing. Well, like, I mean, Christmas, like, always really, it was never that big to me. Just coming from where I was from, like, Christmas was never big. Like, my Christmas was always income tax time. So that's how I treated it, to where like Christmas is just any other day. But then now, I mean, like, of course, now it's different because the place where I'm at, like, pretty much, let's just say that just the place where I'm at from back then is just different. So now I got a different look on it, but then now it's just all about giving. Like, I really don't care for receiving. Like, I don't really care for gifts. I don't really care for none of that stuff. I just want to be there and make sure everybody else is good. And then with my first Christmas in Green Bay, I wish it was my first. I pray it snowed at least on Christmas so I can finally have my white Christmas, but it doesn't look like it. So that's a downfall.
Wes, do you have another?
Yeah, Eric, I noticed yesterday, I think it was, or maybe 2 days ago, you tweeted about, Tyson and kind of some of the recognition he's getting. I'm just curious how much you guys keep up and to date with each other and just what it's been like watching each other, have some success here right out of the gate.
Man, like, we still hit each other like about, like, if it ain't once a week, it's once every 2 weeks. So like we still keep in contact. We still slide up up on each other's stuff. We post each other like no matter what. So like, man, I'm beyond proud of my dog. Cause like just like me and him going through college together, just growing up, like going through everything, going through the Georgia grind. Like that's what we like to call it, going through the Georgia grind, all that stuff. And then now we see each other on Sundays and we both doing our business, doing all that stuff. And man, it just like, you don't understand how happy that make you feel, to where like you see your other dog, you see your other homeboy, like you see your person doing like scrapping him. Like I absolutely love it. Like, man, it just bring, like, bro, at the moment that you say his name, it just automatically just brought like a big smile to my face. I'm absolutely proud for my dog.
We're going to do two more. Cassidy Hill, go ahead.
Hey, Eric, noticed the other day at practice when you had dropped a ball and had to drop and do the requisite push-ups, and then Jair Alexander came back and made you do more. What was that about, and what has it been like sort of learning under him, even with him not playing as much this year?
Oh, just his intensity to it. Like, it doesn't matter even if he's not out there, to it. Like, he gonna expect you to make every play. Like, he wants you to make every play. Like, even if you don't make it, he's gonna coach you up. He gonna talk to you. He gonna do everything. And just to be like the big bro that he is, to like, even if you drop a ball, like, it doesn't matter. Like, somebody else dropped the ball earlier last week, and right after practice, he made sure that he did his push-ups. Like, it doesn't matter who you is or where your stat is at. Like, I do it to him, like, as a joke, to where, like, if you drop a ball, I say push up 10. Like, it's just like a little joke to it. Like, he always like he always called man. He always say man rook, and all this stuff. And then after that, so it's just like a little joke here and there and all this stuff. But it's still just like an accountability, so like he can make sure that you own up to it.
Awesome, thank you.
Last one, Wes, go ahead.
Yeah, and Eric, I know you guys have bigger goals yet, for this season, but can you just bring me through what the emotions were like, though, on Sunday, being able to actually win a division title and kind of guarantee yourself a playoff spot, and just how that kind of hits you, being right in your rookie season?
It was a great feeling, but I pretty much like how the older guys said, like, it was just 24 hours. Like, we can only celebrate this, do all this stuff in this 24 hours, but at the end of the day, like, we all know that we got bigger goals. Like, we all know where we want to be at. We all know where everything, like, where we trying to go to. So, like, this is one thing that we had to check off, and we checked it off. And then now it's pretty much on to the next. And let's just go ahead and continue to grind, continue to work, so we can go ahead and get to where we're trying to be.